Hey, what's up guys? It's Reflex, and this week's fountain pen review is on the TWSBI Eco. I actually have two, so I'm going to review, I guess, both of them in the same video since they're the same pen, just different size nibs and different colors and different ink, but it's still the same pen. Next week's video is going to be on the TWSBI Swipe after I've used it, since as I'm recording this video, I just got the TWSBI Swipe like last week. So I'm going to record that review a little while after I've gotten to use it and gotten used to it, but initial impressions, love it. And then the week after that is the Jinhao Shark, which was also featured in the video of the first impressions of the Swipe. But again, I want to use that some more. Initial impressions, don't like it. I hate the grip. The nib is actually really good, and it's cute that it's a shark. But yeah, we'll talk about that when that review comes, which, as I'm recording this, it'll probably be in 2 weeks. I'm at 2 months, because I have a lot of fountain pen reviews coming out. I've been recording for the past 3 days. So yeah, let's talk about the Ecos. Hey guys, so I just wanted to remind you the next two fountain pen reviews are going to be on the TWSBI Swipe and the Jinhao Shark. I also just bought 2 new pens yesterday, so I'll probably record those as well after I get them. But I'm running out of fountain pens to review, so I'm interested. Are you wanting me to review my inks? I have lots of bottles of samples and full bottles of ink I could review. I can also review normal pens. Parker Jotter, Pilot Precise V5, Friction, Sarasa. I have some, mechanical pencils. I got the Smash, Kurutoga, 2 Kurutogas, 1.3, 1.5. I also have, where is it? I also have a Tactile Turn, a Rotring, Delgard, High-Tech C Coletto, another Sarasa. So, if you're interested, I also have a bunch of erasers. So if you're just kind of wanting an overall, like, all my good stationery reviews, I can do that. Or if you're only interested in pens, then I got a few more weeks of pen reviews, and then that's it. So I could also include inks, depends if y'all just want fountain pen related stuff, or if you're wanting a more broader all stationery stuff, so pens, pencils, paper, erasers, inks, lead, all of that. I can do all of that because I have a bunch of that as well. So you guys just let me know what you want to see from me, and I will make reviews on them. I apologize for cat and dog hair on my mouse pad. I'm also going to unplug my keyboard because I realize how distracting that light is. So, the TWSBI Eco. I have the punch pink and purple. So this one is I believe it's just called transparent purple. It is transparent and it is purple. You can see the nib through there. It is a medium nib. Alright, I got a macro lens on my phone, so you can get a real good look at this nib. Gross! Getting such a close-up view of this shiny plastic is disgusting, because this shiny plastic just, like, I don't know if my hands are that dirty or what, but like it's dried dead skin cells on it or something. So this one is extra fine. Let's get a close-up view of the medium with the extra fine. Kind of competing for focus here. That's the difference between them. And then my swipe is fine, and it uses the same nibs as the Eco, so I have a good range. So this one's purple, and this one is punch pink, and this one has the Sailor Shikiori Yamadori in it, because I don't have any purple inks, at least that I'm aware of. And then this has Noodler's Shaw's Rose, because it was the only red ink I think I had. And it's the closest, red's the closest to pink, so. So when you order a TWSBI Eco, it also comes, I put both of them in the same bag, but it comes with one bag with the instructions on how to do maintenance. You get this little wrench type thing, and then you also get the silicone grease. So that's kind of one of the big things about the TWSBI Eco, is that it's self-serviceable. So we can go ahead and take a look at this paper. TWSBI, inspired by writing. So let me go ahead and switch to the wide lens. So you can kind of get a good view here. Shows you how to fill it. Soak up excess, yep. Disassembly. One thing to keep in mind is you have to be very careful disassembling it, because the fins of the feed can just, they're very fragile, so you can break them very easily, so definitely want to be careful with that. And reassembly, this is just pictures without steps. If you're actually taking it apart and everything, I'd recommend looking at the instructions on jet pens, because they're a lot more detailed and helpful. But it is neat that it includes the wrench and silicone grease, so you can completely take apart and clean and put back together and everything, self-service your TWSBI Eco or TWSBI Ecos. I don't know about the TWSBI Swipe. If you saw my first impressions video, it came in this little container, which had, oh, it actually says it on the back. It came with a spring converter, a piston converter, an ink cartridge, and the pen itself, but no silicone grease or anything, so I guess I'd have to buy my own silicone grease. I don't know how well the swipe comes apart to be serviced, but this is so neat. Also, in that first impressions video, you saw me struggle to open this. It's because there were stickers on both sides. It's actually not that difficult to open once you take the stickers off, but it's not the best closing. Like, it's pretty easy to open, so I wouldn't use this as like a pen case in your book bag or something like that, because I feel like it could come apart relatively easy. I'll go ahead and put this back on. Which, those swipes are sold out now, so I'm glad I got one the second it came out. Like, I literally had notifications turned on for as soon as it dropped, I bought it. I was really looking forward to that. So, swipe. I mean, gosh, the Eco. It's a good pen. I originally actually hated Ecos. I thought they felt cheap because, like, all the plastic and moving parts being plastic and everything, it just felt cheap to me. But once I wrote with it, I fell in love. It's such a good pen. I also hate screw caps, but that's what we got here, of course. But the Ecos are very good, like pocket pens. They seal very nicely, and you don't really need to worry about ink getting all over you or anything. So that's kind of, you win some, you lose some, I guess. It is... It is a high capacity piston filler. I don't remember exactly how much ink it holds. Let me check. Looks like it holds 1.5 milliliters, which is definitely up there in terms of ink capacity. So this is definitely a good pen to just keep in your book bag if you want a fountain pen to use like at work or school, because it's going to keep writing for a while and you can see how much ink you have, so you know when you need to refill it and everything. It doesn't come with any ink at all because it can't take cartridges, and they don't provide a bottle of ink, so you do have to buy the ink. And the pen costs $35.50, so you have to keep that in mind. You will need to buy like some samples from Goulet or a bottle of ink, or get this pen only if you already have a bottle of ink, if you don't want to spend money on a pen and ink at the same time. So this pen was originally a medium and this was an extra fine, but I actually switched them around. I just took it apart and put the nib back in. Luckily, I don't think I broke any of the fins. They all look fine to me, which was good because I did this before I knew how fragile they were. Yeah, they all look good to me. Gross. This plastic gets really gross. But it looks good. One thing I also don't like is how the ink always looks like it's about to come out. It kind of scares me. Let's see, the cap is metal. I believe that's metal. The rest is plastic. And you just turn this little guy to refill the ink. You just dip your nib into a bottle of ink or something containing ink, and then twist this little guy, and you got ink, and pretty easy peasy. That's about all I can say for these Ecos. They're a lot of fun and very reliable and good to write with. So let's go ahead and move on to the writing test. First up is the extra fine. As you can see, very good writing pens. Absolutely love these guys. They are $35 each. And if you're wanting a more in-depth comparison between the nibs, I recommend checking out my swipe video, because I compared the extra fine to the medium. The fine and the medium are using the same ink. So, if you're wanting to see which one's better for you, I recommend that. Personally, for me, the extra fine is a little too fine, and the medium is a bit too much, so the fine is perfect for me, which is why I got my swipe in fine. Well, I also got it in fine because I was missing that middle ground there, which is also the perfect size for me, so it worked out great. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.